Welcome to the Forward Listening Room at the Arc. So happy to have you here. My name's Jennifer. I'm one of the night managers, and I'm so glad you've joined us for this month's Artist Spotlight Series, sponsored by our friends at Food Gatherers, as well as the Ford Motor Company Fund. If you're here in person, you should have received a raffle ticket as you entered. Please make sure to hold on to that because we will be giving away a couple pairs of tickets to an upcoming show of your choice at the end of tonight's performance. And if you're joining us from home, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And you can show your love for the ARC and tonight's artist by clicking on the virtual tip jar, which is pinned to the comments section of the live stream. Next, we have to thank a couple groups of people who are so important to our great nonprofit music venue. As always, thank you so much to all of our members. Thank you for your financial support throughout the year. And we couldn't keep our club running without our wonderful volunteers. So give a big round of applause for our great crew we have tonight. And then finally, just a couple quick house rules to keep this great listening room environment. Take a moment right now to silence your cell phones. And do remember, no recording, no flash photography. And with that, we're so pleased to welcome to the stage Hayley Reardon.
Hi. So good to be here at the very storied ARC, my very first time. I dreamed that you were blind and I went walking, looking for the light, but then I lost it, trying to bring the right thing home to you. Nothing is a waste until it runs out. I built myself a castle just to climb down and rifle through the fragments of my youth. And I've got everything I've ever felt. One way in and one way out. My love is going to be a while until I know who I am again after you. After you. I can see the moon now as the fog clears. The stars were burning, we just looked away. And I'm grieving 100 little lives for every season. 'Cause you have parts of me that I don't need, and although I tried, I could not fight the change. And I've got everything I've ever felt, I know, in pretty little bottles, one way in and one way out. Going to be a while until I know who I am again finding revelations. I am holding out my hands. A fickle heart requires patience, I know. And I'm on my way again after you. Someone to in love to tell. And we poured chlorine in the wishing well. And now I'm looking out as the evidence washes ashore. The only thing I dissonance of an abandoned world. Something's gonna hurt now, and something's gonna hurt later. I did us a favor. It's finally out of my mouth. All that's left is space, and I won't give it away. In the strangeness of a different town, well, it took all of me to turn around. And suddenly I'm desperate to preserve some sacred thing that lives beyond the words. And I am holding hands with the cavalry that ravaged my brain, to think I was immune to the mysteries of spinning in space. Something's gonna hurt now, and something's gonna hurt later. I did us a favor. It's finally out of my mouth. All that's left is space, and I won't give it away. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming.
I'm from Massachusetts. I grew up in a little town north of Boston, and now I live in a different little town north of Boston, with some chapters in between. But I have a friend in the place I live now who was a very, very early taker to this Wim Hof movement. Do we know this guy? Yes, Wim Hof, yes. Yes. If you don't know, this Dutch man who's popularized here in recent times, this practice of ice bathing, of submerging your body in freezing cold water every day for certain health benefits. And my friend was very early to this in our little community where it became, a craze, as it has. And she has this kind of personal legend that she hasn't missed a day without going in the ocean, because she goes in the ocean rather than one of the little kiddie pools from Amazon in the yard, which in July, of course, is not a big deal, but in February in Boston, this is serious. So she's been doing it allegedly every single day, no matter what, for 5-6 years now. And I've asked her 127 times, why? Truly, genuine curiosity, why you would do such a thing with such fervor and such commitment for so long. Why, submit yourself to this when life is already painful and suffering is already inevitable. Why add more? On purpose. Every day. And she only ever responded to this question in the same cryptic, mysterious, and beautiful way. She would only ever say the same few words in response. She would say, I do it because it keeps me honest. It keeps me honest. It keeps me honest. And I never had any idea what that could possibly mean. But as I said, something about it was very poetic and intriguing to me and called me in. So finally I asked her a few years ago now, I said, okay, I want you to take me with you on one of these excursions. And she said, sure, but it has to be winter or it doesn't count. I was thinking a nice June swim would be good enough. But we made a deal that we would go together on the winter solstice a few years back. And we committed maybe in November. And I didn't check the weather, of course, for the winter solstice. And it was, as my luck would have it, a full-blown New England blizzard. It was snowing so hard you could only see white. And we went to the beach, and we were the only people on the beach. Obviously, Good Harbor Beach in Gloucester, Massachusetts, if anyone knows it. And she held my hand, and we walked into the water, and I said, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And she said, yes, that's your brain. Just let it die. Which I guess is really why we were there. And it did die, because I don't remember anything after that, truly nothing, other than getting in my car and putting the heat on blast and driving myself home, and this song somehow magically writing itself. And it turned out to be called Honest. So I think I got a little taste of what she meant. I also recently told this story in this past December while I was touring in Scandinavia. There were, I'm not kidding, 80-year-old ladies in the harbor outside as I was singing it, and they were just flat-faced. They were like, there was no understanding. So, strength and bravery are very relative, especially culturally.
I'm crying on the phone. You're trying to make it better. I didn't want to be alone until I wasn't anymore. And with my feet bare in the sand, I prayed on the winter solstice. If I'm flying, let me land boats hang like chandeliers. And I just wanna taste it. You said nothing is wasted, but there goes another year. And if I heard you start honest and right, you what I wanted for once. And if I were just brave enough to feel it, I might know all I needed was love. And now nothing says it was, but it doesn't feel that different. They said a change is gonna come, but they never mention we might miss it on the horizon. Everything's lighted and the boats hang like chandeliers. And I just wanna taste it. You said nothing is wasted, but there goes another year. And if I were just honest, I might get what I wanted for once. And if I were just brave enough to feel it, I might know all I needed was love.
Thank you. Clay, could I have a little more of my vocal in here? I drove from Boston yesterday. Yes. It was a journey. And I'm doing this, kind of feels like ongoing tour. I have a whole bunch of shows in different regions, and I swear for every single one I'm flying. And I just thought, I don't know why. I said, the Michigan one, I'm driving. And then I didn't think about it for months and months and months, and then it came time, and I was like, opened my email, and I had no flights, and I was like, I decided to drive to Michigan. And then I drove to Michigan. It was a long way. Do you guys know Antje Duvakot? She has this song, It's a Long Way to Michigan and Back. And now I understand. So on my way, I'm driving, and I get this email that's like, the people from Love Island, do we know Love Island? Wanted to use my song, or not even my song. There's so many layers of funny to me in this. Okay, they wanted to use a cover that myself and a flamenco guitarist created of, maybe I'm not supposed to, but of Complicated by Avril Lavigne, okay? So this is already just like funny. In Love Island. And then I'm driving and they say, okay, we need the files, we need the instrumental files, so I pull off in Pennsylvania and I need to send these files. But I'm in like Amish country, and I tried to go into a cafe and I'm trying to get Wi-Fi and I can't find Wi-Fi. So then I'm on the side of the road on like a farm highway and with my laptop and my data trying to upload the instrumental of a flamenco guitar version of Avril Lavigne's Complicated for Love Island. In Amish country. It was a journey. This song is called Good News.
You said your whole life's your moment, so I don't know which one you mean. As we sat outside the station, I was talking about the dreams that strangle me. And I was caught between some running list of other people's plans. I was holding out my life with scared, unsteady hands, and you were holding your heart. I remember it well, your gaze unwavering. And all along a turning point, a crossroads in some cosmic void, and branches bend, strings come loose. You have only ever been good news. We were looking at the fields from your mother's garden, yellow buds along the flatlands. Summer barely even started. I could feel the sun dancing from your skin to mine. It was changing me. Finally, and your fingerprints on all my maps. I gripped so tight I almost crashed, and roads they bend, strings come loose. You have only ever been good news. The way your left foot still tilts inward, every couple steps, the way you fed me blueberries on that night bus to Switzerland, and how you somehow speak in poetry in a language that's not yours, or something deep within you has been here before. And all along a turning point, a crossroads in some cosmic void, and branches bend, strings come loose. You have only ever been good news. Your fingerprints on all my maps. I gripped so tight I almost crashed, and roads they bend, strings come loose. You have only ever been good news. Good news, had it not been for you. Good news. I was just a kid back then, but I didn't fall in love like one. I was just the morning's friend, trying to make a way for the sun. I was just a flower child, digging in the dirt all day, hoping that I just might grow, growing up to be okay. Over, under, breathe, there's thunder. I am not myself. I won't forget me like I forget everything. Now it's the way it goes. Every time you hold my hand, I can feel the burning stars just above a breaking man. Oh, when you're breaking a heart, it's hard to make a clear-cut blame. Don't you know the broken break and the breakers stay the same? Hey, 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 hey. Forget me like I forget everything. Hey, 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 hey. And I might say yeah, and I might say yeah, and I might say yeah. Over, under, breathe that thunder. I am not myself. Run for cover, hold each other. No one's getting out. I won't forget me like I forget. I won't forget me like I forget. I won't forget me like I forget. I won't forget me like I forget.
Thank you. As I said, I live in this town called Gloucester, Massachusetts, which is north of Boston. It's a fishing town, one of the few remaining working waterfronts in Massachusetts. So if you're eating fish up that way, it's usually coming from Gloucester or New Bedford. And I moved there a couple years ago, much to my surprise. I had been traveling and touring and kind of basing myself in a very transient way in Europe for years at that point, like 4 years. And then one day came, and I knew that I needed to go home. I woke up in this subletted apartment covered in pictures of somebody else's life and a language I couldn't read, and I knew I had to go home, but I didn't have a plan. I just wanted to go back to the Northeast somewhere. And within a day, a friend sent me a link, very randomly, this little Zillow link to this cottage that was for rent only for the winter. A winter rental in this town of Gloucester, which as I said, I never would have seen myself moving to Gloucester. But it was available for 4 months for the winter until the summer came, and they would rent it to the tourists who want to go to the beach for like 4 times the price. And on a whim, I said, okay, if they'll have me here, I'm going to go to this little cottage and I'm going to regroup and write and think and figure out what the last 4 years have been. And that's what I did. To Gloucester for this little cottage, and it was only meant to be those 4 months, and I ended up writing my last record, my last full-length record, all in that cottage. And it turned out to be this really kind of healing, grounding time, and I fell in love with Gloucester, but I couldn't really put my finger on why, what was so captivating about this place to me. And one day during that time, I went on a walk, and I passed by a neighbor's house who I'd come to know. She had this really beautiful little peach house. And she also happened to have peach hair, which I thought was like fun. And then I came to know her. She was a hairdresser. I went to see her to do my hair. One time I had done this like terrible bleach thing, and it was a big nightmare, and she was going to help me fix it. And she said, what if we make it peach? But then it continues because I got to see her artwork. It turned out she was a painter, and a beautiful painter. And when I would go to her house, she would show me her paintings, and they were almost always of the sunset, right at the hour where the light was peach. So there was this beautiful peach motif that just captivated me. But anyways, I'd come to know her, and one day I was walking, and I passed by her house, and she happened to be just standing in the door frame of her house, working on a painting. She had her apron on, and she was looking out at the ocean like this. And we had this little chat, just a little neighborly chat. And she said this line. She said, "I'm working on a painting, but the tourists, they always want the same thing." And I don't know why this line jump-started this entire song for me. And by the end of my walk, I had written this song, but also synthesized my love of this town and kind of made sense of why it was such a healing time and why the place meant so much to me. So I owe a big thank you and credit and all the things to my former neighbor for this one. And it's called Bone Dance.
She's standing in the door frame, apron the color of the shingles. She can't recall the song's name, so she sings me just a little. She's been working on a painting. The tourists always want the same thing. Says, anyways, enjoy your walk, dear. It's good to have you back around here. Turn me around, I'm fishing town, fishing town. And up the road, past the pond, the waves are beating on, crashing and laughing again. Saying so much for your big plans. This life's but a bone dance, with no place for idle hands. Down on Main, she's selling used clothes. She's dressing strangers for a funeral. She says this island is a tightrope. If I were you, I'd take the back roads. There's a window from the northeast. Everybody knows what that means. Oh, the boats will sure be in soon. We'll keep the coffee hot long past noon. Turn me around, I'm fishing town, fishing town. Up the road, past the pond, the waves are beating on, crashing and laughing again. Saying so much for your big plans. Now this life's but a bone dance, no place for idle hands, with no place for idle hands. With no place for idle hands.
Thanks. I'm going to sing you a Paul Simon song.
Many's the time I've been mistaken, and many times confused. Well, I've often felt forsaken, and certainly misused. Oh, but it's alright, it's alright. I'm just weary to my bones. Still, you don't expect to be bright and bon vivant, so far away from home, so far away from home. I don't know a soul who's not been battered. I don't have a friend who feels at ease. I don't know a dream that's not been shattered or driven to its knees. Oh, and it's alright, yeah, it's alright, for we live so well, so long. Still, when I think of the road we're traveling on, I wonder what's gone wrong. I can't help but wonder what's gone wrong. And I dreamed I was dying. I dreamed my soul rose unexpectedly, and looking back down on me, smiling assuredly. I dreamed I was flying, and high up above my eyes could clearly see the Statue of Liberty sailing away to sea. I dreamed I was flying. We come on the ship they call the Mayflower. We come on the ship that sails to the moon. We come in the age's most uncertain hour, and we sing an American tune. Oh, and it's alright, yeah, it's alright. You can't be forever blessed. Still, tomorrow's gonna be another working day, and I'm trying to get some rest. That's all I'm trying, to get some rest. Karaoke at your sister's house. Said her boyfriend was going out. Said you pick me up in a couple of hours, and it's never gonna feel the same. It's broken English singing Purple Rain. Left you waiting as the blue light fades into the night. I was falling through the cracks of you. Nothing left to hold on to. Smell of booze, someone collecting coins. Told you I hate the city noise. Feels like I'm only getting softer instead of stronger. And oh, that winter was a long missed friend. Watched you smoking out the window in the kitchen. Didn't wanna let the moment end, so I chased it. I chased it through the reds and blues, changing into something new. I was falling through the cracks of you. Ain't nothing left to hold on to. Christmas Eve, baby, he came too soon. They gave him a Muslim name like you. Oh, but a year went by so fast, and I still don't know when I'll be back. Karaoke at your sister's house. Said her boyfriend was going out. Said you pick me up in a couple of hours, and it's never gonna feel the same. Never gonna feel the same.
like little soldiers.
There's a strange little bird at the motel, and a gun shop 3 miles ahead. God walked right on up, rang the doorbell, but the TV was on loud, so we left. Oh, and the flood can't put out the wildfire, and love can't quell what greed desires. Birds like little soldiers in a lie. What happens when the battlefield engulfs the battle? When the land for which we war burns us alive? And call it what you will, the end or just some cosmic shadow. But don't you wanna see yourself before you die? Astrologers all said I told you so. You see, destruction's a lengthy affair, and so I watched what I could from the window, until the smoke finally swallowed the air. Oh, and the flood can't put out the wildfire, and love can't quell what greed desires. Birds like little soldiers in a lie. What happens when the battlefield engulfs the battle, and the land for which we war burns us alive? Call it what you will, the end or just some cosmic shadow. But don't you wanna see yourself before you die? Don't you wanna see yourself? Don't you wanna see yourself? Don't you wanna see yourself?
Thank you. Thank you. How are you guys doing? Good? Just checking. I'm so happy to be here. A very, very storied stage. Yeah, it's not lost on me. And this is a song about that. This is a song about songs, and really about songs and how songs function in the world, or at least like in my heart. I feel I have my whole life that a song to me feels like a room, or almost like a warm, safe bed you can climb into. Like whenever I'm engaging with a song, listening to a song, or singing a song, I'm trying to find my way in, and I'm trying to nestle myself inside of it. And I can't always get there, and when I do, it's never for a whole 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's these fleeting moments, but there is this space inside songs. And when we get there, we're untouchable and we're safe. It's like a cocoon. And I think that's what I've been chasing all this time, chasing songs around my heart and mind, and driving around trying to share songs with people. It's that feeling, even if it happens. Woo, yes, woo for songs. Yes. It's very powerful. It's magic. And especially these days, my mind is a lot on this idea of feeling safe, like inside myself. And songs are such a tool for that. We can't ask them to always bring us there, but we all know that feeling when they take us somewhere. And this song, this is getting really layered here, but this song was written about that pursuit, about chasing that safe place inside of songs, and what songwriting means to me, or song chasing in whatever form. So it's called Enough Is Everything.
sweetest woman that I know doesn't hold the job, answer the phone from a one-bedroom beside the sea. Enough is somehow everything. The truest place I've ever been is a tiny room inside my chest. And most of the time the doors are locked. But when I make it there, I don't get lost. So I held the world and put it back. 'Cause what was I to do with all of that? Well, she split in two and burned and red. With a thinking heart, I feel it. If what I meant to say gets lost, you can let that be the aim and not the cost. 'Cause I've been flipping coins since I was young, thinking every choice was so hard won. So I held the world and put it back. 'Cause what was I to do with all of that? But she split in two and burned and red. With a thinking heart, I feel it. You can only dance the line so long before the line itself becomes a song and evaporates into the air, as if you were never really there.
Thank you. I'm going to play you a song. A song that I wrote many moons ago now for my mom's hippie best friend named Beth. I put out an EP in 2019, way back. That was the before times, you know. That was called Where I Know You, and it was kind of a concept project in the way of a lot of my songs are story songs, but self-indulgently, they're all my own stories. This is kind of self-indulgent, speaking of my song path. But for this one project, Where I Know You, I wanted to have the whole project be songs that were inspired by other people's stories, close people in my life. and stories that I'd carried around for a long time and that I felt belonged in song form, might not live on otherwise, at least not in song form, which turned out to matter to me and not to any of the people any of the owners of the stories. But I did it anyway. And this is one of them. And yeah, it's for my mom's best friend, and she's the real deal. She's a proper hippie, or hippie in recovery per se. And she's been telling me stories for as long as I can remember about her, wilder younger days, living out of a school bus in Santa Barbara, and the whole bit, sleeping under the California stars. And I always thought they belonged in a song or a book or a movie or something. They were always kind of heartbreaking content, but with really, really romantic backdrops, very cinematic. And she loves Joni Mitchell, obviously, as do we all, but she would ask me all the time, from the day I started to play music at all, she would always ask me to play her this one very specific Joni song, which I found interesting. She only ever wanted to hear Blonde in the Bleachers off For the Roses, okay, which is sort of a deep cut. Like, this is kind of a unique choice. So, and Beth herself is this little tiny blonde lady. She's my height, and she has this long blonde hair. So to me, she is the Blonde in the Bleachers. In my brain, she will always be. That's her anthem. But I never learned it for her. Instead, I wrote her this song, stringing together a narrative of the stories she'd shared over the years. And as I said, she's among the ones that are not very happy about it. She did not ask for this. And I've now been, she didn't. And it's been nearly 10 years I've been singing this song all over the place, and she still hates it. But I don't know, she doesn't hate the song, but she hates that I share it. But it pays a little homage to Joni and to that song in particular, to Blonde in the Bleachers, and to this image that's always intrigued me and captivated me of a young Beth seeking solace in that song in particular as she navigates her complicated young life. Again, this obsession with the function of songs and how they exist and work inside of our lives. So this is for Beth. It's called Bethany.
Bethany is 5 foot, with hair down to her knees, and she carries the guitar of a boy she loves but never sees. And she'll follow him to Santa Barbara when she is just 19, with some money from her father, a man she loves but never sees. And she is lost in the record, singing Blonde in the Bleachers. She is free, but she's tired already. So she lived out of a school bus parked in some old lady's yard, and to this day she'll thank the 70s and the California stars. But at night she still got lonely, and the boy with the guitar, he couldn't give a damn about it, and she still held him in her heart. She's lost in the record, singing Blonde in the Bleachers. She's free, but freedom never comes easy. Love, it never comes freely. Just ask Bethany. The guitar became a man with a full band. Oh, he left her with a baby, chose the road over a family. So Bethany, she left there for a farm out in the country, raised the little girl up wild with the horses and the daisies. She is lost in the records, singing blind in the bleachers. She's free, but freedom never comes easy. Love it never comes free. Yeah, she is lost in the records, singing blind in the bleachers. She's free, but freedom never comes easy. Love it never comes freely. Just ask Bethany.
Thank you. Don't tell Beth. Sometimes I get her like invites places. Like people are like, one time I played it at this like castle, and afterwards in England, and then afterwards okay, the live stream is stressing me out because I'm telling all the. But afterwards, we found ourselves at this big long table that was looked like Downton Abbey, and at the end, the person, the man of the castle, said, "So this Bethany figure, I quite like to invite her here," and I told her, and she said, "Stop playing that song." I have a few more songs for you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to the art and the wonderful team here, Clay and Henry and everybody for making me feel so welcome and taking such good care, keeping this. And the Spotlight series, it's. I was saying that it's such a gift to us, touring artists. I haven't been out to Michigan in years, and I haven't put the time, being able to come and play the Arc at a series like this in a new place for me is such a gift. So I'm super grateful to get to be part of this series, but also just to know that it exists. It makes a big difference in a lot of artists' path and for a great cause. So thank you. I remember I was looking for something to hang my head on, hungry for a feeling even I could not yet name. But I only meant to thank you, but instead I said I'm sorry. Now you're looking at me like you might not look at me the same. But don't you wanna see me, don't you wanna see me in the good light? Ooh, don't you wanna feel it, don't you wanna know the best of all? That there's 100 people talking and it hasn't crossed a single one's mind that you and I are here at all. And the problem solver in me thinks that you might be my problem. But I tried that one before and it never quite lives up. And I wish that it was simple just to tell you how I'm feeling. Like feeling on its own wasn't difficult enough. Don't you wanna see me, don't you wanna see me in the good light? Ooh, don't you wanna feel it, don't you wanna know the best of all? That there's 100 people talking and it hasn't crossed a single one's mind that you and I are here at all. Don't you wanna see me in the good
Don't you wanna feel it? Don't you wanna know the best of all? That there's 100 people talking and it hasn't crossed a single one's mind that you and I are here at all. That you and I are here at all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being with me and listening and checking out an artist passing through. I appreciate it so much. I have some merch out there, all stuff around my new album, but not my new album. Everything around it. So, yes, I mean, you know, CDs are coasters, anyways. But there's some stuff out there. And more importantly, a mailing list. If this means something to you, I'm building this world around my music quite literally one person at a time. So if it means something to you and you want to keep in touch and know when I'm coming back to Michigan or when I have new music, please join my mailing list so we can, you know, stay off the social media and stay connected. That's all out there. Thank you so much. I'm going to play you 2 more songs here. This song is called The Little Sadness. This is a song I actually tried to write, speaking of happy things. I was trying to document some really wonderful memories, and then it turned out to be a song called The Little Sadness. But this is kind of what I'm working with here. But it's because it's about those moments that are so beautiful that you want to put them in a bottle and take them with you, and you can't. You can only live them and let them go. And so, you know, they're both happy and sad at the same time for that reason. So it's my happy song called The Little Sadness.
On the long ride to Munich, I was glad to be alone. I saw the future like a blanket on the foggy mountain roads. When it was too late to go back and too early to call home, I thought everyone I love is asleep out there. I've got all of this new life I've got to put somewhere. I've got to put somewhere. A man whose name I can't pronounce and a waitress he'd once loved took me dancing in a part of town that they were both fond of. When it was too late to go back and I had nowhere to call home, I thought everyone they love is asleep out there, and I'm just passing through on my way somewhere, on my way somewhere. And here comes the little sadness. Here comes the little sadness again. 'Cause you can't take it with you, but for a moment I'll pretend. No, you can't take it with you in the end. On the night of some election, we were walking in the park. It was dusk and there were people out, guns strapped upon the guards. And I was noticed by some strangers as they waited for the train. Someone was talking about America and asked me to explain. And I said, everyone I love is asleep out there. And I forgot I have a life of my own somewhere, of my own somewhere. And here comes the little sadness. Here comes the little sadness again. Like a story I won't tell you, like a letter I can't send. 'Cause you can't take it with you in the end. No, you can't take it with you. In the end.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm going to play you one last song, Unplugged. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Come say hi. I'll be out there. Thank you so much. This is called Barcelona.
Saw a heart she